Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? Buku Gaming, back with another video. This time I will be doing my game preview for the NFC Championship game versus Detroit Lions, the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers. And on your screen, as you can see, I have the simulation going on in the background from Madden 24. Have that going on in the background, just, something to watch, something so it won't be just like strictly audio or anything like that. So I got that going on in the background. I'm gonna have that playing. And so today we're talking about the matchup, January 28th, 3 p.m. Home game for San Francisco. Uh it's their third championship game in a row. I think it's their first out of their last three. That's a home game. I know as far as the Lions go, this is their first championship game since 1991, so it's been over 30 years. So congrats to them on that, to making it this far. Congrats on their success this season, because it's definitely real big on their season to this season, this past season for the 2023 season. Um, yeah, man. So I'm get right into it. As far as I'm gonna start off with the running back. I'm gonna start off with one of the. So as far as the Lions go, as far as their defense against the rush against running backs, they had a few games where they allowed over 5 yards of carry for the running backs. But overall for the 2023 season, they was third in the NFL in holding running backs under 5 yards of carry. And that was third in the season, so that's pretty good as far as their defense go. Something to look out for. Um, and then on the other side for the 49ers, with their superstar running back, far as CMC go, he been killing it this season. But specifically, the last most recent game against Green Bay, 17 rushes, 100 yards, 2 TDs, normal. That's normal for him, to get him going. Um, and he had good. He had, I ain't gonna say good receiving, but he had a few receiving yards, 30 yards. You know, out of 7 completions. So he did good. And from the Lions being third in the NFL while holding running backs under 3.5 yards a carry, under 5 yards a carry. And then with CMC rushing for 98 yards, that's gonna be something to see right there. Is he gonna break out, have a big game? Is he gonna run all over Detroit's defense? That's something to see right there. So that's gonna be good. Then, far as the Lions, far as they running backs, they had over 100 yards combined their most recent game, and the 49ers rushing defense against running backs was tied for 16th. So you got CMC, a top running back, going against defense that was third in the league at stopping running backs and holding them with a certain amount of yards to carry. Then you have the 49ers rushing defense that was tied for 16th, and then you got the dual threat running backs that the Lions got, and combined over 100 yards. Their last game, CMC having 100 yards just solely on him. That's going to be a matchup to see as far as the Russian defense of the 49ers against the Russian offense of the Lions, and the Russian defense of the Lions against the Russian offense of the 49ers. That's gonna be a good matchup to see. That's gonna see how both defenses can hold up, and then both offensive running backs, the running back system can hold up against that. Um, their defense, Lions defense overall, was top 5 in sacks for the 2023 season. So, that's gonna be something to see too. Now, can't say much about like their defensive backs because their defensive backs, they definitely got burned a couple times this season. Mike Evans, the most recent game that the Lions played against Tampa Bay, Mike Evans, he had some big catches. He was torturing the defense. But that's coming from a wide receiver with 10 straight 1,000-yard seasons, Hall of Famer wide receiver. So that was expected for him to do that against a pass defense. Far as the 49ers pass defense, they was tied for first in the NFL as far as interceptions. They was tied for first, so they know how to take away the ball. They know how to be ball hawks. They know how to play passing defense coverage. Watching the QB, seeing where he's going to go, how he's going to throw the ball, and be able to take the ball away. And holding the receivers in a position to where they can't make a play on the ball. So that's gonna be something to see. Now, as far as the QBs go, Jared Goff, his most recent game, 300 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. He was top 5 in the NFL as far as TDs. Total, he threw 12 interceptions for the whole season. Top 5, fifth in the NFL in points per game. So he had a great season. He did his thing. And then as far as Purdy go, the most recent game against Green Bay, 250 yards, a TD, no interceptions. And as far as his season overall for the 2023 season, he threw 31 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. So, that's going to be a battle of the QBs. Can they keep up the success that they had in this game against both defenses? But as far as that matchup go, like I said, that's gonna be a good matchup against the Lions' rushing defense against CMC, and then as far as passing defense, from the 49ers being first in interceptions, and then Jared Goff being top 5 in throwing TDs and top 5 in points per game. And then him throwing for 300 yards, no interceptions, his most recent game. That's going to be a matchup to see. Can he keep that up? Can he go another game without throwing an interception? Can he throw for 3? Can he throw for 300 yards against the ball hawk defense that the 49ers got? So that's going to be a good matchup to see that. And then as far as the pass defense against Brock Purdy, I think Brock Purdy going to come out better on this one because the pass defense is there but not really there as far as the Lions go. So, that's going to be something to see. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, my biggest matchup, honestly, I think my biggest matchup that I want to see, as far as the Lions and 49ers go, is Greenlaw and Warner, the 2 best linebackers in the NFL currently, against, a lot of people want to say against St. Brown and Goff as far as they go, but I want to see like the 2 running backs as far as Gibbs and Montgomery versus Greenlaw and Warner. I want to see that because the reason why I want to see that is because Warner and Greenlaw, it seem like they never get tired. They all over the field. Just all over the field, just everywhere. Just, they can be in coverage, breaking up a pass, or intercepting the ball because the ball but popped up in the air, or they stuffing a running back or stuffing a tight end, behind the line of scrimmage, or stuffing a tight end because they caught the ball out in the flat. So I think that's the matchup I want to see. I think it's going to be a good game between both teams. As far as my final score prediction, as much as I want to see Detroit win, I think the 49ers is going to pull it out. I think the 49ers is going to win 33-21. I think Detroit going to fight. I think it's going to be close, but the 49ers going to pull out. They're going to go to the Super Bowl, and I think this is their first Super Bowl since Colin Kaepernick, since they played the Ravens. I think that was 2012, 2013 Super Bowl, one of those Super Bowls, but I think they're going to go back. And I think that the 49ers is going to win 33-21. That's my final prediction. That's just the little stats I had for the game. Can't wait to see the game. Can't wait to watch it. Watch the highlights later, just to see some of the big plays that happen in that game. But yeah, man, that's pretty much my prediction. That's pretty much the stats. Going as far as the matchups, as far as the key matchup that I want to see, like I said, between San Francisco's linebackers and Detroit's running backs. And without saying too much, love yourself, treat others the way you want to be treated. Watch the game, prepare for the game, get your snacks, get all that ready, because this is going to be a good game. It's going to be a hard-fought game. But without further ado, Buku Gaming.